Welcome guys to the debut episode of Cooking with Jason. So today I'm here to cook some pasta. Here today I've got all the ingredients here. I've got pasta, di bella pasta, I've got oil, canola oil. Preferably I would like to use olive oil, but because olive oil is quite expensive here in Thailand, so I've just used canola oil. That's a good option. I've also got Mutti sauce. This is one of the best sauces you can buy for your pasta sauce, imported straight from Italy. We've got red onions. We like to use one in the sauce here. We've got salt and minced pork as well. So we're gonna put all of these to make the sauce and the pasta. I'm gonna show you guys how I do the pasta today. And you can thank my mum for showing me how to do this as well. All right, so we chopped up the onion here into little shallots here. We got that. We're gonna put this in the pot here, and we're gonna turn the pot on first.
We need the oil, Jason. I thought he was gonna cook the onions with no oil.
So I'm gonna put an oil. If you can come and look at the pot here, I'm gonna cover just the base of it, like that. So now we have to wait for maybe about 1 to 2 minutes for the oil to warm up with the onion inside as well. All right, so now that the oil and the onion starting to bubble a little bit, we're going to put the Mutti sauce in here as well. Now we're going to put some, we're going to add some water. And add some water to get the rest of the sauce out from the bottle, so we don't waste any sauce. So shake that up, get the sauce from the bottom, and then we put the rest of the sauce inside. Just like that. I like to just mix it up a little bit first. Look at that color, oh man. Now, we're gonna start adding the ingredients in the sauce. So I forgot to mention also, guys, I do use Parmesan cheese, shredded Parmesan cheese. Shredded? Shredded, yeah. So we'll start adding in the ingredients. So I'll start by adding 1 tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. Like that, and we just put it in the sauce, and then mix it in, and mix until it's dissolved into the sauce. Right now. So the Parmesan's done. Now we'll add in a tablespoon of salt. Of course, later on we'll taste test the sauce and see if it needs any more salt, but right now I will usually start with a tablespoon of salt, just like that. Put it in, and then mix again, stir again. Now we'll wait for the sauce to start boiling, and then we'll start adding in the mincemeat. Alright guys, so the sauce is starting to fizzle up a little bit. As you can see, I like to put the minced meat in now while it's fizzing up a little bit. I don't like it when it starts to, fizzle and it will start to pop and almost come out of the pot. So I like to put in the minced meat and to sort of calm it down. But I'll start by putting this in. This is about, I think we bought close to 500 grams here of minced meat from the big C. Bit by bit, we'll start to put it in. This is minced pork, by the way, as well. So bit by bit, start putting it in. And this minced pork as well is so soft. It's fresh from this morning. If you are in Thailand, I recommend you take a visit to the Big C. If you've got a Big C near you, they always are fully stocked with all the latest produce as well, with everything you need. Everything we bought here was from the Big C, so highly recommend it. Alright, so as you can see, I've mushed up all of the mince. I just threw it all in there, you know, instead of just leaving it out a little bit. But this is like a bolognese sauce. I forgot to mention as well, we're making a bolognese sauce, obviously, if you haven't guessed already. But here we go. I might turn the heat up a little bit more, but the meat will usually slow the process down. But yeah, I maybe could have waited a bit more for the sauce to boil a little bit more, but I think we're okay. We'll wait for the sauce to cook now, and now we're going to start putting in our water for boiling the pasta as well. Alright, so we've got the sauce cooking nicely. We're now going to start adding the water into the pot for the pasta to start boiling now. So what I like to do sometimes, depending on personal preference, but some people like to obviously boil their water straight in the pot, but some people will also boil the water with the kettle first and then put it straight in the pot, so it can save time sometimes. So we did that way this time. So we put the kettle in, the boiling water in the pot. Now obviously we're going to fill it up a little bit more. What I like to do is I'll just fill it up a little bit more until we get near to the top, not straight to the top, but let's say 3/4 of the way. I'd probably say that's enough. And then we'll put that on here. Might put the sauce down a little bit. As you can see, the sauce is cooking nicely. We've got to mix it up a bit more, so constantly mixing this sauce is very important so the meat doesn't stick, obviously. Oh, look at that smell of the sauce. It smells so good. If you guys were here, you can smell it. Oh man. And now we'll put the water on. So I like to put it near to full and let that boil up completely. Alright, so everything's cooking nicely. The water's almost at boiling, and the sauce, look at that sauce, guys. Oh my gosh, beautiful. We're gonna do a quick taste test now. Just a little bit to see if it needs any more salt. So let's see. Maybe a tiny bit more salt. So add a little bit. I'm gonna add maybe 1/4, maybe like that. Maybe it might be a bit too much. Oh, like that. Just a tiny bit. And then stir it in there. And the water is starting to boil. So I'll just mix up the sauce. There we go. Oh, that's hot. Out the way. And now we'll start adding a tablespoon of salt to the boiling water. About like that. Put it in. And just mix it up. Even though it's got a little bit of sauce on the spoon, that's fine because it's all going in. It's with the pasta anyway. And then of course we'll taste test that later again to see if it needs any more salt. But now we can start putting in the pasta. So this is about 500 grams, and this is the, they call it the farfalle pasta in Italian. There we go. So I say we'll add the whole thing in. So that might be, I think that'll be enough, but I don't want to overfill it. And then we'll obviously start putting that down. It's one of my favorite types of pasta as well, guys. If you ever have the opportunity to buy this pasta, this is definitely recommended. This brand also, Di Bella, very, very good. Right, we switched over to the iPhone, but usually for the pasta to cook, I like to do it for about 12 minutes. That's what it always recommends on the packet anyway, so we'll do it for about 12 minutes, put the timer on my phone, and but obviously we'll keep stirring and checking up on how everything's going with everything. But look at that sauce, guys. Oh my gosh, that sauce looks absolutely amazing. And we'll obviously now wait for the pasta to start cooking. Everything's going to be absolutely delicious. Alright guys, so everything's done. I've turned the water off and the sauce off for boiling. It's all ready to be plated up now. I will also switch the fan off as well, so you guys can hear me more better as well. But oh, that's a lot better. So usually we would have a strainer, of course, to take the water out from the pasta, but we don't have a strainer here, so I'm just going to use one of these spatulas things. I don't know what you call it, spatula. I don't know. I'm not a proper chef, so if you haven't guessed already, I'm not an experienced chef by any means. This is probably the one thing I can do that I'm good at in terms of cooking. So, but anyway, we're going to plate it up now. So we're gonna get some of the pasta out here like that, and then we're just gonna plate it up. So gonna get some of the water out. This is gonna be my mum's plate. I'm assuming she doesn't want a whole lot, so I'm just gonna give her a tiny bit like this.
Yum yum.
There you go. That's gonna be my mum's plate, and now we're gonna add the sauce. And again, we don't have like a big scooper to put the sauce in, so I'm just gonna use one of these. I don't know what you call it, like a little cup. But
improvising.
So yeah, improvise. Look at that sauce. Oh my gosh. Look at that color. So just gonna put it over like that. Oh wow. Look at that, guys.
Mmm.
Delicious. My mum's behind the camera, by the way.
Delicious.
Is that enough sauce for you?
A little bit more, please.
Yeah. How much like that?
Yep.
Alright. Put a bit more there. Oh man, look at that.
Smells amazing.
It smells amazing, it does. And then we're just gonna mix it up, stir it up, so you get all the sauce from underneath. Is that enough for you?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So that is pasta there for you guys. That's the Jason way of doing it. But yeah, thank you to my mum for filming behind the camera.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I thought I had something different for you guys. You know, this is something that I usually, when in Thailand, when I tend to have a kitchen, the first thing I always think of to cook is pasta, and that's the way I do it, and that's the way my mum taught me. So if you guys are interested in any more cooking shows, maybe down the line, I'll try and learn some more stuff to cook for you guys. But if you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button. And most importantly, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel for upcoming videos in the future. And don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified of any upcoming videos as well. And once again, click the thumbs up button on this video. It really helps out the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very, very grateful for your time. God is good. Let the journey continue.